All good things must come to an end, and today, after a 2-week stopover here in Itajai, it was time for the Volvo Ocean Race to move on, as the fleet got set to embark upon leg 6 to Miami. And what a send-off Itajai gave them. Thousands of fans and well-wishers packed the race village, a fantastic turnout. There was the customary mayoral handover from the outgoing stopover to the next, before the boats left the dock. As usual, before heading out to sea, there was a short inshore course similar to yesterday's import race, to give the fans one final chance to watch these fantastic boats in action at close quarters. On the start line, Camper, Puma and Telefonica determined to make amends after yesterday's disastrous mistake. And sure enough, they were pulling out all the stops as they passed both Camper and Puma to take the lead, with Abu Dhabi and Groupama just behind. At the first mark then, it was Telefonica leading Camper, from Puma, Groupama and at the back Abu Dhabi. Telefonica had a point to prove and stretched their lead to 200 metres on the reach to the second mark. Behind them though, Puma were also sailing a great leg, overtaking Camper and closing their sights on the Spanish boat. Then at the second mark, Telefonica hit a patch of light air and opened the door to Puma, who tacked hard just after the mark in a bid for the lead. And then the battle was on. Telefonica clinging onto the lead, but only temporarily. At Mark 4 though, the pressure seemed to tell. A mistake allowed Puma through on the inside, and Telefonica were back to second place, with Camper now pressing hard too. Some way behind, Abu Dhabi had overtaken Groupama, who were having problems dropping their downwind sail at the mark. Back at the front, now Puma had the lead, they weren't going to give it up. And they even had time to stage a spectacular send-off for their guest, local surfer Pato. And then the boat from the USA rounded the final mark and led the fleet out of the bay as they embarked upon leg 6 in earnest. Behind Telefonica, Camper, Abu Dhabi and finally Groupama, grateful that today's inshore race was not for points. You can follow this 3,500 mile leg on VolvoOceanRace.com. Can Ken Reed and his team make it a second successive leg victory and take line honours in the home waters of the USA? Stay tuned to find out.